Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something the whole world loves, Japanese anime and manga. But this isn't going to be just another Japan is amazing story. Because behind the colors, the heroes, and the fantasy worlds, there's a real complex human story, full of beauty, struggle, and contradiction. Let's be honest. When people outside Japan think of anime, they often imagine cool action, cute characters, deep emotions, and incredible art. And yes, it's all of that. But it's also a reflection of Japan itself, disciplined, creative, perfectionist, and sometimes quietly suffering. Manga and anime are like two sides of Japan's soul. On one side, they're full of hope, friendship, effort, victory. On the other side, they expose something darker, loneliness, pressure, and the quiet weight of expectation. That's what makes them so fascinating. They're not just entertainment, they're emotional maps of modern Japan. Let's start with the bright side, the part we all fell in love with. Japanese manga and anime are beautifully diverse. There's something for everyone, from shonen adventures to shoujo romance, from philosophical sci-fi to slice-of-life realism. Unlike Hollywood, where animation is mostly for kids, Japan made it a medium for all ages. That's revolutionary. And it works because the themes are universal. Friendship, effort, loss, love, courage, finding your place in the world. You don't need to understand Japanese culture to feel it. It's human. But there's also something deeply Japanese in the way stories are told. The beauty of imperfection, the quiet power of endurance, the emotional weight of a single scene, a train leaving, a sunset fading, someone saying, "See you tomorrow." Japanese creators know that silence can speak louder than words. That's what makes works like Your Name, Spirited Away, or A Silent Voice hit so deeply. Not because they're flashy, but because they feel real. Now, let's go deeper, into the part few people talk about. Behind this artistic brilliance lies an industry built on exhaustion. Many animators work 10 to 12 hours a day for shockingly low pay, sometimes less than a convenience store clerk. Studios struggle, deadlines crush creativity, and burnout is common. The anime industry survives not because it's easy or profitable, but because people love it enough to sacrifice for it. That passion is beautiful, but also tragic. Oh, and there's another contradiction. Japan's anime and manga are loved worldwide, yet the people creating them often live invisible lives, tired, overworked, and underappreciated. Many young artists dream of joining the industry, only to find themselves drawing the same background for months, earning just enough to survive. They do it out of shokunin's spirit, the craftsman's pride. But passion shouldn't come at the cost of well-being. This contradiction, beauty born from struggle, is deeply Japanese. It's part of the same culture that says, "ganbare," keep doing your best, no matter how hard it gets. It creates amazing art, but it also creates quiet pain. Maybe that's why anime feels so emotional, because the people who make it live those emotions every day. Another shadow lies in the themes themselves. Have you noticed how many stories are about loneliness, loss, or social isolation? Series like Neon Genesis Evangelion, Your Lie in April, or A Silent Voice all explore mental strain, guilt, or emotional disconnection. These are not coincidences. They mirror real issues in Japan: overwork, depression, social pressure, and the difficulty of expressing emotions. Anime becomes a safe space to release what society often suppresses. But that's also what makes it powerful. It's not fake happiness, it's honesty. Anime says it's okay to cry, it's okay to fail, it's okay to not be perfect. And that message has saved countless people worldwide. There's beauty in that kind of vulnerability, and courage in creating art that says, you're not alone. Now let's talk about the influence. Anime and manga are everywhere now. Streaming platforms, fashion, gaming, even political campaigns. They've become Japan's soft power, shaping how the world sees the country. But that image, the cool, peaceful, creative Japan, can be misleading. It hides the struggles of the people behind it and the cultural pressures that make such perfection possible. Many overseas fans imagine Japan as an ideal place: polite, clean, harmonious, safe. And yes, it is in many ways. But that harmony also comes with invisible tension. The same social system that values order can make people afraid to stand out, to fail, or to express themselves freely. Anime becomes the voice of those who can't speak in real life. That's why so many stories feature outsiders: the quiet kid, the misunderstood hero, the person who doesn't fit in. They represent the unspoken heart of Japan. It's ironic, isn't it? The country that created so many stories about freedom and emotion is also one where emotional expression can be difficult. Maybe that's why these stories feel like release valves, for creators and for the audience alike. Through fantasy, Japan finds emotional honesty. Let's be real. There's also commercial pressure. As anime became global, studios started catering to trends. Endless sequels, merchandise-driven shows, predictable formulas. Some creativity gets lost along the way. You can feel the difference between a passion project like Made in Abyss and a purely market-driven production. The question is, can the industry balance art and business without losing its soul? Still, despite the flaws, anime remains something magical because it doesn't hide humanity. It embraces it. Even the darkest stories have empathy. Even the silliest characters have pain. And even the most broken worlds still hold hope. That emotional complexity, the mix of light and shadow, is why anime has outgrown its genre to become art. Let's look at the global side. Why do people in the US, Europe, or South America love anime so much? Because it offers what modern life often lacks: emotion without irony. In a world that laughs at sincerity, anime dares to be sincere. It says, dream big, care deeply, cry if you need to. And that's why millions of people, from teenagers to adults, find comfort in it. But let's also talk about responsibility. As anime influences global culture, Japan now faces new challenges: representation, diversity, mental health, gender roles. Some anime still cling to outdated stereotypes, while others push for change. It's evolving, slowly, like the society it reflects. The question is not whether anime will change. It's how Japan will choose to grow through it. In many ways, anime has become a mirror for the world, not just Japan. It reflects universal human contradictions: our desire for connection and our fear of vulnerability, our craving for perfection and our exhaustion from chasing it. That's why even people who've never been to Japan can watch Naruto, Attack on Titan, or Vivi and say, "That's me." The truth is, Japanese anime and manga are not perfect. They can be exploitative, repetitive, or escapist. But they're also brave, emotional, and alive. They dare to explore human weakness, and that's why they endure. Art doesn't need to be flawless, it needs to be honest. And Japanese anime is brutally, beautifully honest. So yes, love anime for its color, its creativity, its heart, but also understand the hands that draw it, the minds that write it, the culture that shapes it. That's where the real story lives, between the frames, behind the screen. When you watch an anime, you're not just consuming content, you're experiencing Japan's collective dream, one drawn by thousands of artists who pour their souls into every line. It's a dream built on both joy and exhaustion, a dream that asks one quiet question: how can we keep feeling human in a world that moves too fast? And maybe that's why anime matters. Because it reminds us, wherever we are, whatever language we speak, that the fight to stay human, kind, and hopeful is the same everywhere. Thank you for listening. If this story resonated with you, please like and share it. And the next time you watch an anime, remember, behind every frame is a heartbeat. Stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching with both your eyes and your heart open.